Well, thank you very much, Jan. It's actually my honor to be here. Today I'm going to say just some words because why we believe that clean tech is a good place to be in now and why we're so exciting in 2022 doing this business. We'll start from just a simple fact which we as a community of the clean tech fans and advocates have been celebrating since several years. Now the renewable energy in the most part of the world is much cheaper and more efficient to install than the fossil energy. What does it give for clean tech? For clean tech, it actually gives a bad news that the solar and wind energy as the technologies is a little bit behind the earlier venture capital focus. But of course, there are some second stage technology which comes with solar and energy. But more importantly, I would like to ask the question, is it enough for our ultimate goal to reach the carbon neutral economy? Obviously not. We see that most of the energy consumption in Europe is related to heat. We have a huge energy consumption coming from transport. And all those type of the energy consumption requires quite a different technical stack. We talk here about hydrogen, we talk here about electrification of the heat, we talk here, of course, about the demand response, about energy storage, we talk about heat pump, many technologies, many of which now are on the stage where solar and wind were like 10, 15 years ago. So those technologies are coming to the market and they are going to provoke the splash of new startups, of new ideas, of new business models, which will feed actually our venture capital industry in coming years. Well, again, I'm pretty sure that you know it's even better than I do, that the industry, the clean tech VC, is a tricky business. We have a lot of things which more common venture capital companies don't have. First of all, we are heavily hit by the regulation. I mean, there are many startups which we see which are now looking forward into the future for like 5 or 10 years ahead, but whose business model could be just killed by one regulation put in place. The startups of our industry, they also face the problems of industry turn. We don't know exactly how infrastructure will develop. All those is just a part of our business, and that's why it's exciting to do this business, because if there is no challenge, there is no pleasure. More importantly, there are huge advantages on our market. Well, there are many. There is a good track record of the industry. Clean tech usually beat the expectations in terms of the efficiency and ARR. There are many good technological foresight, and there's a huge positivity of what's happening on the level of cost of the technology. So all this is our positive history, but more importantly, I would like to spend the last minute which I have, is that now, exactly now, we see the change of the level of the commitment of the general economics community to the idea of the clean tech. And here I need to just remember that in 2010 I attended a panel of C-level managers, which has been led by Dr. Faulkner, now Director of Research in Grantham Institute of Environment and Sustainability of London School of Economics. He explained to the C-level panels what's going to happen if we don't change the emission of carbons, all the things which is now common sense. It was in 2010. And apparently, most of the executives who were doing the decision, who were doing the strategy at the time, had no idea about that. And even those who did know the facts, they admitted that it's nowhere in the corporate strategy. Now the situation changed. And as I put as an example, as a quote on the slide, I've heard just a couple of weeks ago the CEO of an energy company which said that he brought to his board the strategy, assuming that his company will sell carbon neutral energy in 20 years. And board said that you are going to bankrupt our company, but we will vote for this strategy. We don't understand how it will happen. We don't understand exactly which technology will be employed and which technology will be developed. But throughout the value chain and throughout the economy, there is a huge commitment and consensus to that even the things which we don't imagine now will be done in 15, probably 10, probably 20 years. And that is why the venture capital investments volume in 2021 increased almost 3 times here in Europe. And that's why we believe in startups which we are investing in, and we hope that we will be a good assistant to them. So we invest into clean tech, in energy transition. We do nothing else, and in all other sectors we are quite useless. I'm looking forward to working with you during these 2 days. Thank you very much.